And all the interns, usually they are with me 6 months.
Okay.
Once they go from us, they do everything we do.
All right.
They're already prepared for the industry.
They're already prepared for the
Because they come from the industry now.
All right.
Coming from your school,
Yeah.
internship, then you're already ready for the industry.
For the industry. So, in your own experience from coming, from school to the industry, what was actually the first challenge that you faced and you continue at least facing them as an engineer?
When we joined the industry from school, the biggest challenge was what we have learned in the class theory and what we find in the industry is total difference.
Totally different.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well, what's up, beautiful guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I have two engineers who are working already in the industry. So today they'll be actually helping us on how we can be prepared or to know what is happening out there. So today I'm with Mr.
Nicholas Hyde.
Okay, so Mr. Nicholas, I have few questions to ask you because I'm a final year student who actually studying at NAS. I'm doing engineering.
Okay.
So basically, I know you're an engineer, so which department are you working in and what actually are you doing as an engineer?
Okay. I'm currently working at company that I'm working for. It's electricity department.
Okay.
And I'm a metering engineer.
All right.
Which means we have to do with all the billing.
Okay.
The billing in terms of depending on the type of customers you're having.
All right.
Residential, like your normal house clients.
Okay.
And then your big business clients, your industrial buildings and that type of stuff.
Okay.
Okay, from my personal experience, what I would suggest or what I would advise any upcoming engineer is to be aware of safety.
All right.
Safety is the most important factor from my side, I would say.
Okay.
Because since I've entered the industry, there were a lot of incidents where safety have been neglected. And therefore incidents happen where lives were lost and also where employees were hospitalized.
All right. So I have this question from your own experience. How can a final year student be prepared for the industry? I mean, if I'm coming from school and then I don't know what is happening out there, how can I be prepared for me to be accepted as a new upcoming engineer?
Okay, with that, I believe currently in our country, what we are doing, we are helping students by bringing them in different companies as interns.
Okay.
Which means you are being exposed to a certain industry, say for instance, engineering, metering, or engineering maintenance. For 6 months, you are in that section, and after 6 months, you're actually basically ready with the basics.
Ready with the basics.
Basics, and that is basically what you need to start in the industry.
That's fantastic. One of the questions that I always have is the skills that you are looking for in an upcoming engineers. Because if we see what we are studying at school and mostly what happened in the field, it's somehow a little bit different. So what are the skills that you would advise me as a final year student to start working on so that when I come there in the field, I'll be more prepared?
Okay, with skills, I would say, depending on which section you enter, because now with electricity, it's a wide profession. You have different departments. So with
can you mention at least 3 departments?
Okay, for us, we have, say for instance, metering department, then you have construction, and then you have maintenance department. So with the internship, say for instance for a year, you join different companies, 3 months at each company with internship, and thereby being exposed to different sections, like I said, in electricity. So for instance, depending on what position you get, You should always try to see, if I want to go into metering, let me rather see how these guys are operating, and let me rather try to do my internship specifically in that field. But if you are not sure which section you will join,
yes,
it's always advisable to try to know of each section
first,
a bit. And that's that you will only know that through internship and then through physically with being with the employees that does that every day. That's how you learn.
Okay, thank you so much. So did you somehow in your own experience work with interns?
We do that every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and all the interns, usually they are with me 6 months. Once they go from us, they do everything we do.
All right.
They're already prepared for the industry.
They're already prepared for the
because they come from the industry now.
All right.
Coming from your school,
yeah,
internship, then you're already ready for the industry.
For the industry. Yeah. So, in your own experience from coming, from school to the industry, what was actually the first challenge that you faced and you continue at least facing them as an engineer?
Like I said, I cannot put enough emphasis on safety.
Oh yeah.
Since starting up to now, I always see we neglect safety, and whereby this is where 80% of incidents happen. So I would advise you always in any activity try to see and try to check what the safety aspect of
measurement
specific task.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Nicholas, and thank you everyone. We really appreciate you. If we have further more questions, please type it down in the comment section so that we can address these questions. Thank you, Mr. Nicholas. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So, hi there everyone again. I'm here with another amazing engineer already. So as we are asking these questions, please be attentive to understand what they are bringing in. Their input really going to help us. So today I am with
Mr. Henok.
Mr. Henok. Mr. Henok, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you, my brother?
I'm good. So what was your challenge from being a student to a proper or a junior engineer? I don't know, are you a junior engineer? How many experience do you have?
Okay, thank you, my brother, for this opportunity.
Yes.
Let's say the industry, when we joined the industry from school, the biggest challenge was what we have learned in the class theory and what we have found in the industry is total difference.
Totally different. Okay.
Yeah, but not in terms of maybe someone is talking about conductors, you don't know what this conductor look like. So there's a big challenge. That's breaching gaps was a big challenge. But as time goes, since you are already having theories, you start getting up, you start catching up, But it will take a bit of time to get used to the job environment. Yes.
Okay.
But coming back to your question, I have been in the industry for more than 25 years.
More than 25?
Yeah.
25 years.
Yeah.
All right.
Started long in the industry.
Okay.
So as we said, the basic that one need to know when it comes to electricity. Electricity is a different. It's a dangerous commodities that one cannot see.
Okay.
With eyes.
That's right.
Eyes.
Okay.
That's why it's so much important to consider safeties when it comes to electricity. So safety in terms of before you start working, you must first do the paperwork.
Okay.
Very important.
What do you mean by paperwork before we start working?
Your planning, my brother.
Planning.
You must do your planning. You must write. Don't rely on your memories when you are working with electricity.
So we must not rely on our memory. But when we are studying coming from school, we rely most of the time on our own memories.
That's the problem.
Okay.
When you rely on the memory, you are likely to forget some of the things. Maybe you are in the control room, the substation. Yeah. You are supposed to work on panel number 2.
Yeah.
And then when you come in with your memory, if you don't have paperwork, you come there, you start working in panel 4, panel 5. And then you are endangering the others people and the equipment. So it's very important to have always something, note something.
Not something.
Yeah,
every
work with your
time.
note. Don't rely on your memory when you're working with electricity.
Okay.
And remember, if you do any single mistake, it will not be reversible. It's too late for you.
All right.
So that's why I'm always emphasizing on that. Work with. Don't rely on your memories.
You must
Do
always
paper
write.
works.
Do paperwork.
Do paperwork.
Okay.
That I'm going to that substations. I'm going to work in panel number 2, and this is what I must do first before I start working. You know, you do the verifications.
Verifications.
You do the switching.
Switching. Okay.
Yeah. This is open. You open the breaker, for example.
Okay.
You isolate.
Okay.
You F before you start working, and then you can start working.
Then you start working.
Yeah, when you know exactly that the panel is safe for you to work on.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll ask these questions. Are you currently working with interns, or did you ever work with interns?
Yes, yes. The Namibian government has a program of what that was introduced previous years to help the brother and sister that are coming from the school straight without any job experience.
Yes.
They are coming to work with us on a daily basis, and they are rotating. When the others are going back to school, the new one are coming in.
Okay.
Yes, and then we take them through.
Okay.
We take them through
The whole
the
process.
first induction of safeties, and then we give them to the. We give them to the guys that are going in the field to work, to be exposed to the physical appliance of electrical equipments, and then they ask questions.
Okay. Then
Yeah,
you respond to them.
we respond, and they are so.
Okay.
They like it actually. They are learning a lot in terms of
So by
practicals.
working with interns, what are some of the basic knowledge that you would like them to have before they work with you guys as interns? What are the basic that you expect them to have from school?
Yes, the basic is just the theory part.
Okay.
You know, when you are at school, you are being taught of theories, maybe switch, but you don't know what is switch.
Okay.
But if you are coming with an idea of theories, then you want to match it now with the practicals.
Okay. Okay.
So, but if you are coming from school and you don't have that theory part, then it will be so difficult for you to catch up with practical, because you need to have a theory, and you come and with that theory, then you match it with
then you match it with practical
physical things, physical equipment that you have been taught in school. You will see it now with your naked eye.
Okay.
You can ask question, what is a fuse? People
What is
will
a fuse?
explain to you.
Yes.
They will show you the fuse. They will
This
show
is
you-
actually the
yes,
fuse.
how it works, when it can be brown, what protection it gives. All those things they can explain to you.
Okay.
But you must know what is a fuse when you are coming. No, we were taught, you must say, we were taught what is a fuse, but I never saw a fuse. Can you please show me what is a fuse? I always tell intern to ask questions.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
if you are just coming, then you are not asking
questions.
It's so difficult for that person, for the person that is mentoring you, to start from A to Z.
Oh.
The electrical is so wide, it's so big.
It's so big.
So you must prepare always. I always tell intern, when you go home, make notes of questions. When you come the next day, you must ask those questions.
Okay.
And the other day, it's always like that.
So it's
The
always
next
like that.
The next day you do the same. Then you learn, and you must take notes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So depending on the department, let's say I'm aspiring to work in the protection department or metering department, what are the key knowledge or skills or basic software that I should learn so that I can be able to compete as an upcoming engineer?
Okay. The most important one that I always emphasize on is, like you said, protections.
Yes.
Protection is the backbone of electricity, because without its protection, it's very important, because it protects the life of the person that is dealing with equipment. It protects the equipment that you are working with,
Yes.
and then you can give now the continuity of supply.
Okay.
So protection is crucial, and you need to when they are giving you that module of protection, you need to be very active and ask questions as much as you can, because they taught you of protection of, like, the line, the cables, the transformers. You know, you need those equipment. They are very expensive equipment. They need to be protected.
Okay.
So if you become an engineer and you are bringing all those appliance or equipment every day, you will consider you as expensive engineer.
Expensive engineer.
Yes.
What do you mean as expensive engineer? Okay.
Because you are very expensive. You are bringing expenses to the company instead of bringing money to the company. You see, we are in business. No one in business wants more expenses than incomes. So we will rather have less expenses and more incomes. So you must do your proper work. So protection is number one. Then the software one can consider is like dig silence.
Dig silence?
Dig silence.
Really?
Yes, it's very important.
It's very powerful.
It's very powerful, and it's the most of people are using that one because it helps a lot in the industry. And then we have I can give you an example of how it's been used in the market.
Okay. That's very important.
Let's say you are operating in a ring system.
Okay.
There are two systems, radial
and ring system.
Yes. When you are in a ring, you don't keep the ring so close. You need one point to be open, which we call normal open point.
Okay.
So for you now to put that normal open point, you need to use that system, dig silence, to see where will you place the normal open point, because it calculates the loads. So you can't just it have to break the road between. You see, if you are having maybe 1,000 this side and 1,000 there, where it meets. Then you divide here, then you have 1,000 this side, 1,000. You try to balance the roads. So instead of having 5 this side, and you know, maybe you're having 500 and 1,500 this side. I think, are you getting it?
I'm getting it. So we must at least have some knowledge in dig silence,
power word.
Power word, the one that we can do with PVs and all of that.
And AutoCAD. All those things.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then you go in a department like engineering services.
Okay.
Yeah. So in conclusion, maybe to wind up, I would just say, encourage the fellow engineers that are coming up from school. Please, when you go out there, don't start acting as you are professional yet. You are still in process of learning. Try to be humble. Do whatever those guys are telling you. Sometimes they are just checking you to see what type of personality you have. Some they may say, no, dig a trench of cable there. Then you will say, no, I'm an engineer, I cannot dig a trench. I started engineering, I'm not a general worker. So don't just be humble, you want to learn. The moment they see that you are like, you know,
you want to learn, and then
if they see you don't want to learn, you're having some attitudes, they won't give all information to you. They will say, oh, it's that one. That one is the engineer. It's not our class. And those guys, the workers, especially general workers and people that have been in the industry, they know a lot. If you become friend with them and you be nice with them, they will tell you everything. You will become a best engineer ever.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Iron. Thank you for your input. I really appreciate it.
No, you are welcome, my brother.
So thank you, guys. We are waiting for your own questions. Please type it or write it down in the comment section, and then see you soon. Thank you.